Today's a big day, guys. This is 100% new content. Facebook makes so many changes that you can't even keep up with it. Like, when I actually, okay, sounds like we're good. Thanks, Steve. When I actually worked with my team to prepare this, I was thinking like, man, we've never taught this. Our clients have never really seen any of this. We didn't teach this at our conference. Nobody was talking about this at Gary Vee's event. Literally, Facebook is innovating so quickly that you've almost got to take a huddle. Uh-oh, volume low. Let me get it closer. Hopefully that's better, you guys. I'm doing the best I can on the audio. I'll turn it up a little bit. Turn up your mic. Check, check, check. Steve, did that help? I turned the gain up a little bit. Here we go. Check, check. That should be better. That looks like a better level. I really want to make sure everything's working well before we get into the takeaways. Much better. Cool. Yeah, guys, that's called gain. If you want to learn a quick pro tip, if you have a mixer and your audio sucks, you can kind of fix it. We use a thing called a Mackie mixer. So I turn the gain up. Thank you, Nancy. I can see all the comments, so I don't have to ask my team. Thank you, Steve, John, for watching my back there. So this is exciting. Like, I'm about to blow your mind with the number of practical things that you should do with Facebook now and throughout 2018 that you've never even heard of. Like, I would guess even the super fans, even the clients, even the staff, even the coaches at Curaytor are going to be taking more notes than ever before. And I'm glad the audio is working great. I just got back. I mentioned Gary Vee's event. We went to the Agent 2021 event. And Gary's new book comes out today. So I wanted to support him. He has supported my career. I'm going to give away 5 copies of Crushing It at the end of the live stream. And it's going to be given to people watching the live stream live. No replay viewers are eligible. So if you stay on till the end, which you're going to want to do anyway, I'm going to give away 5 copies of Crushing It to help Gary launch his book. It came out today. But I'm going to get right into it. And we do have a link where you guys can follow along. But I'm going to turn it over to the screen share, cross my fingers, and I'm going to pull up a page that we built that you guys can look at as we go. But the first thing I have to talk about with all the Facebook changes and all the new stuff is what's in the headlines. That's why we made it just a big headline. Facebook is killing organic traffic again. Guys, ignore the hype. Number one, this has been happening for years. Like, first of all, what Zuck wants is he wants people on Facebook loving Facebook. And if you're an advertiser or marketer, that should be your goal too. Gary Vee has a great quote, marketers ruin everything. And so I love that Zuckerberg thinks about his customers. I love that he is going to make it harder for pages and businesses to spam the news feed. But like, this is not new news. Like in 2014, here's the article. We linked to it for you guys to read. And by the way, this is Curaytor.com/FB18. But they already said that organic reach was going to go down in 2014. So think of it like Facebook's been strangling organic reach for a long time, and now they just killed it, or they will kill it in the very near future. But if you're an advertiser, it doesn't matter. And if you're a business owner and you're mad that a business wants to charge for their services, I don't know what to tell you. Like, we get so mad at Facebook that it's pay for play, but what you're mad about is that you can't advertise the shit you charge for free. This is not a topic that we spend a lot of time thinking about. Is anybody mad that you have to pay to be at the top of Google, that you can't like organically beat Zillow? You get it. Like, that's where the dust settles. So you can either pay or you can complain. That's my advice. The other big change at Facebook is, and this is where a lot of the organic reach came from. It's clickbait, it's reaction bait, it's share bait. You know, look at some of the posts here, you know, heart this or like this or share this with 10 friends or tag 6 people. Guys, that shit works. Like, we ran an ad last week for our clients that blew up, and it was like choose 1, 2, 3, or 4. but it worked because it was an ad. So all Facebook's saying is this kind of garbage content that brands put out for the sole purpose of engagement, you can still do it. You got to pay. It's just not going to work for free the way it did in the past. Here's something that I'm excited about. Forget all the negativity about the news feed. I think I made that clear. You pay or you complain. And by the way, I'm going to cover some really good Instagram tips at the very end. And right now, if you have zero budget and you don't have any traction anywhere and you want to grow like an organic following for free by burning the midnight oil, you should be on Instagram. I'm going to show you why later in the live stream. But here's the first huge takeaway, guys. This is so cool. And I want to know in the comments, in the last 30 days, have you watched a Facebook Live? Like, you're watching one now, so that might have been the stupidest question ever. But like, are you regularly consuming Facebook Lives? And the cool thing about Facebook Live is that it's the one thing right now that the organic reach really pops off. It's the one thing that you kind of can do for free and still get a lot of exposure. But I know a lot of you are never going to do Facebook Live. I know a lot of you probably shouldn't even be on camera. You're nervous to do it. But let me show you something everyone should do. If you go on desktop, and it's a really weird URL, you guys. It's like /live/discover/map. I'm sorry that they made it that complicated. But this is a huge strategy. Like, I'm going to zoom in where I'm at today. They better have me on the damn map, by the way. But I'm going to zoom in to Orlando. So let's say I'm a realtor. I'm, trying to grow my influencer marketing. Like, Ted's live right now, and he's got 15 viewers. And he's like down the street. And if I go in a little further, right, I can actually see on a map in real time who's live on Facebook and how many views they're getting. This is insane. And then when you actually click on the live stream, when the map's not buggy, if you click on one of the lives, it'll show you where everyone's tuning in from. So what I love about being able to do this, and you can't do this on your phone, that's why I showed it on desktop, but like, here's a good example. This guy's an elite marketing pro. He's live right now about an hour from my house. Shit, he's got 45 people watching live. I can literally connect with this guy and say, hey, man, why don't we do a live stream together sometime? Looks like you got some traction over there. I love this idea, guys. Connect with the other people doing Facebook Lives near you that are actually getting traction. Do a live stream together. There's a tool called Be Live. Live stream from your desktop like I'm doing. It's called eCam. Facebook Live is blowing up. And I want to know really quickly in the comments on this live stream, is that the first time you've ever seen that map? This is what this call's about today. The stuff that's right underneath your nose that you probably didn't know about. So if you've never seen that map before, let us know in the comments. That's the kind of tips we're going to cover throughout. And remember, we linked up everything. If you go to Curaytor.com/FB18. Here's another, this is just a quick tip. But like, Facebook released something a couple of months ago, and I haven't seen everybody doing it yet. You can put a cover video instead of a cover image. So if you go to your Facebook page, this is like 2 seconds. I was doing it earlier. I switched it to a picture because I wanted to show you guys in real time. But if you go to your business page now and you click on your cover and click choose from videos, you can now have a cover video, guys. A cover freaking video. And when people land on your page, which people do, now that video can play while they're there. So I've got the old cover pic because I wanted you guys to see how to change it. But if you go to Curaytor's business page, you're going to see right at the top, we've got our beautiful culture video right there ready for you. Which one do you guys think is a little bit more appealing? So make sure you've updated your cover pic to a cover video. That's just a quick tip, but there's a ton of people. The other thing is, this is a great pro tip. Have the video like slowly go. Like sometimes people put the video so fast it like makes you dizzy. So be willing to let the sun rise for a second. Called B-roll, folks. Be okay with a little bit of film not just all video, right? Like, here's the third tip. This is a big one. This is one of the biggest ones. I'm gonna turn off the screen share for this one. I want to look at you guys. Stories are the new news feed. They are the next news feed, okay? Snapchat started a thing called stories. The shit took off, but nobody uses Snapchat compared to the other stuff. Instagram stole Snapchat's idea, right? But when Instagram did it, they had a ton of people. Instagram stories, you should be posting as much on Instagram stories as you would on Twitter. Like, you should be updating Instagram stories 3, 4, 10 times a day already. And the reason I brought that up on this webinar is not only do you have Instagram stories now you have Facebook stories for your page. Now you have Facebook stories for groups. So the reason stories are so important, I tried to explain this when I was at the Gary Vee event, and I think it was a big epiphany for a lot of people. I'm going to try to show you guys this. See the stories at the top there? The round circles at the top? Stories are the only thing in social media that you only see if you really want to. 100% of the views on a story were on purpose. The news feed's an algorithm. I can't figure that out. I can't necessarily control what I see on Twitter, YouTube, right? But stories is like the ultimate version of permission marketing. So you need to get ahead of this curve, guys. Instagram stories, you're late if you're not doing it a bunch. But stories for your profile, stories for your page, stories for your groups. Now, here's the thing. You might be saying, Chris, I posted a story to my page on Facebook. Because watch this. If you go on Facebook now, you guys are probably seeing this. They're putting the stories right here. And like every day, it's like the same 5 people using it. It's like Judy, Lisa, and me. So they're giving stories this crazy good placement. And if you use the Instagram app on the iPhone, let me show you guys this. If you just use the Instagram app on the iPhone and you connect your Facebook and your Instagram, watch this. When I do a story, the top one is Instagram. The second one is my Facebook page. So it's literally one checkbox to be putting the stories on Instagram and on Facebook. I just don't know why more people aren't doing that. But you might be saying, Chris, nobody looks at my stories yet. Nobody looks at my Facebook stories compared to my Facebook posts. That's okay. Number one, they will. Number two, you're going to be able to do sponsored stories. Just like nobody liked your page and you got a lot of leads because you did a boosted post. Well, stories are going to be a really cool ad unit. In fact, you can already do Instagram stories as an ad, which I'm going to talk about at the end of the live stream. So guys, this is cool stuff. I mean, for me, stories for groups, stories for profiles, stories for pages. Like, you should be watching YouTube videos on like how to create cool stories on Instagram. You should be following like really cool brands that are creating amazing stories and watching what they're doing, because there's a lot of, art and science. It's a vertical screen. A lot of you guys, this was one we did today and it worked great. We did, yesterday and today. We had one vertical image. You guys can see it here. And like the first story had the top part and it was the same picture. And then the next story had this part. And then the third story said, message me for the link. Guys, it's going down in the DM. You should see how many people DM'd me from this story and said, please send me the link, Chris. Thank you. So if you're backed up, or if you're like, I saw people in the comments right now, what's a story? What are stories? Guys, stories. There's a reason I brought it up. Pages, profiles, IG. It's everywhere. The next one, and this is a cool one. And I actually love to know in the comments real quick. Just a quick, yes, I do. Do you admin, like, are you an admin of a Facebook group? I would love to know in the comments how many of you guys are like an admin. You run a group. Not that you're in a group like our groups, or, do you run your own group? And I'm going to look at the comments here. This is going to be another great best practice that's newer. Thank you, Paul. Thank you guys for all the great comments. I can't even see the answers because there's so many comments flying in. I thank you guys so much. How many of you guys are tuned in? I mean, this is off the chain. There we go. Holy shit. I mean, there's a lot of you guys adminning groups. So check this out. They released analytics for groups. And this is awesome. Like, you can figure out what days your group's the most active, how much time people spend in your group. One of my favorite ones, who are the top contributors? How many of the people in your group are actually active? So this is really cool, guys. If I go into our Curaytor Mastermind, I'm going to have a new option right here where it's going to have some of these features. I'm going to get lost here, of course. Maybe because it's a secret group, I don't have it in this one. Let me go to tech support. Tech support group. So you go to your group. I really want to show you guys this because it's super cool. Maybe somebody can help me out here because I'm totally getting lost on where the freaking button is for the analytics. They moved it. Here we go. Manage group. Holy crap. I'm getting pent, you guys. You guys can find this. Somebody will bail me out here. Edit group settings. I just can't find the button. Oh, here we go. It's on the left. Good Lord. You guys see it over here? It's on the left. Oh, I'm not even sharing the screen. Perfect. You didn't see me fail. Here we go. So you go to your group, and it's right here on the left. See it right there? You got to go right to the group insights, guys. And then once you're in there, it's like, who are your most active members? How many of them are contributing? You can go in and see all the member details. This is the best one. Like, you should be hitting all these people up and thanking them for contributing so much to your group. Like, our primary group is our mastermind. So to show you kind of some of the data, when you run a really powerful group that has a lot of active members, like, I mean, this is in 30 days. There's 19,500 engagements. Like, we can go in and see that Charles and Ahmed and Scott, like, if I'm looking for a speaker for my conference, you know, this is a place I'm going to go. So check out Group Insights. There's a landmine of information in there, and it really is actionable. You can see the most engaging posts, just like you could have on your page. Now they have brought insights to groups, which is super cool. Here's another thing you can do that's interesting, and this is another new feature. You can now go to your Facebook business page. I bet if you're taking notes, you're taking a ton of notes. I just wanted to put that out there. I hope you guys are enjoying this and taking notes. But you can go to your Facebook business page, and you can actually link your groups now, okay? So you can connect your business page, and there were so many of you that said you admin a group. You can connect your groups to your page, okay? So that way, if somebody's checking out your page, and the tab's opening really slowly, but it would show that this page also runs this group. And then it does it vice versa. If you go over and you look at like the tech support group, which I know a ton of you guys are members, now not only did I link Curaytor, see this? So see it says group by Curaytor. So that's me connecting the page. But then you can also link your groups together. Like, I didn't ask how many of you guys have more than one group like us, but we've got several. So you can connect your group to your page, and then you can connect your groups together, which is super cool. This is all new stuff, you guys. I promised all new stuff. Let me do one thing really quickly. I want to give you guys a free giveaway right now to thank you for tuning in. So if you want to get a replay of today's live stream, if you want to get an invite to the next one, and you want to get a free copy of my book, People Work, which the foreword was written by Gary Vee, bestseller, really is an amazing book, People Work. I want you guys to do me a favor right now. I want you to text my name, text my first name, Chris, to 617-925-7111. I'm going to do a hack here so you guys can see it. 617-925-7111. 7111. All you have to do is text my first name right now to that phone number. And that's going to auto give you my first book for free. And then it's going to subscribe you to our newsletter for upcoming live streams. Just text Chris to this number, and you're going to get that for free. John or somebody from our team will put that in the live stream chat as well. But if you want the recording of this and the invite to the one we're doing next month and the month after, that is the quickest and easiest way to join. And as a thank you for joining, you actually get my first book for free right away. Let me give you guys one other quick pro tip on groups, because this is like a small little thing they did, but you can now, and people ask me all the time, how do I get more of my friends to like my page? It's like, hey, can you please, like, and you could tag your page, right? You could tag your page. So that would be a good way to get people to click and like your page. Well, check this out. This is new. Another new tip. Are you a member? Watch this, guys. You're going to love it. Are you a member of @Tech Support Group? See that, guys? You can now tag your groups in a post. So if you boost a post for an ad, you can link to your group. If you just want to get people from your profile to your group, from one group to another group. Like, this is super cool stuff. It's little stuff, but there's so many little things. That's why we wrote a book about it and do so many live streams about it. Like, Zuck is keeping us busy. But guys, great tips on groups. You can tag groups now. Oh, this is another great one. John suggested you can tag groups in the comments of stuff. So if I'm like in a comment of a thread that's relevant, I can also put, you should join our What Should I Spend My Money On group, right? So I can tag in the comment or in a post. Super cool stuff, new stuff. They have so many new things, it's hard to keep up. Here's the next one. The next one is getting into some of the cool new stuff with ads. And the first ad I would recommend you guys trying is an ad that actually allows someone to send your page a message. So you can actually start a Facebook chat by running an ad. Now, one of the ways I see people really screw this up is that they think that everybody and anybody wants to chat with their page or with their business. We recommend this ad unit at the bottom of the funnel. So we're not targeting all of our database. It would be people that, wanted to learn more about our services. It would be people that had read our testimonials page in the last week. So we're not really showing this ad to everyone, but because we're showing it to people at the bottom of the funnel, it works great. Like our Curaytor Facebook business page has incoming messages basically all day, every day. So I wanted to show you guys how to do that ad unit, which all you do, you go to Ads Manager. That's where all these things are. And it's not that complicated, but you just go over to create an ad. And once you hit create an ad, it's right there, messages, right? Messages. And then that's going to give you a couple options. And the options are either click to messenger or sponsored message, which I'll cover that in a second. But the one I just showed you guys is this one right here. Ads Manager, Objective, Messages, click to messenger. And you can target those types of ads to anyone. You could target anybody and everybody with an ad that allows them to click to messenger. But here's where it gets really cool. You can now do mass messenger ads. Like you can do the equivalent of a mass email, but you can do it through Facebook. This is insane. You can literally send a mass email through Facebook that will go into their messenger and it will turn on the red #1. And here's how that works. It's actually really interesting. You come in, and here's where there's a little catch. I'm going to give you guys the catch. When you go in to do this and you say, I want to get messages, same thing, Ads Manager messages. and then you say, I want to do a sponsored message. I want to send a message. There's a little disclaimer I want to show you guys. This is important. Messages will be sent only to people you've had a conversation in Messenger with, okay? So what that means is you can send a mass email to people on Facebook right now, but you can only send it to the people that have at least messaged your page before. That's kind of the catch. So if you're running ads like this, and a lot of people message your page, or you have a really good brand, and so a lot of people message your page, you can literally send a mass email right now to the people that have done that. Now, here's an interesting option too. I don't even see it here, but I'm going to show it in the back end. There's one other option here where you can do a messenger ad and you can do it for everyone. But there's a catch. I'll show you what that is. You go to objective and you actually go to traffic. So if it's like, I want to put my message in everyone's messenger, not just the ones that message me, I don't have a lot of those. Well, then you would choose traffic and you would choose continue. And then what you're basically doing is there's an option that says messenger right here. Messenger. Okay. And by the way, if you need to watch this again, that's why I asked you guys to subscribe. So make sure you're subscribed to my page and to our newsletter. But you basically choose traffic, messenger, and then you can choose anybody you want, right? You can say 90210, and you can put a message in anyone's messenger that you want to. The difference is this, and it's a subtle difference, but it's a very important difference. If they've messaged you before and you do the message out ad, they get an alert, it goes in their inbox, the light goes off. If you do the second one I showed, it still puts it in there. Go in your messenger on your phone right now, guys. I guarantee you, if you go into your Facebook Messenger right now on your phone, maybe not, I don't know if Android, I'm on an iPhone, but I've got a sponsored message from Pulte Homes right now. I live here in Orlando. That's a builder. So the difference is I have never sent these guys a message, so they didn't have permission to necessarily turn on my notifications, but they sure as heck are in my messenger with a beautiful ad that goes to a landing page. So if people have messaged you, you can send an email that's just like a normal message they get. But if they haven't, you just want to put your messages in people's messenger, you do that the way I showed it on the second time here. That's where you go to traffic, messenger, and then you choose your audience, which is super cool. I hope you guys are enjoying these tips. You know, share the stream, leave a comment, hit the heart, hit the like. I've got about 4 more tips here before I give away the Gary Vee books, which I'm really excited about. There were a bunch of them at his event. They were kind of running around his event, and it was fun to see it out in the wild for the first time, the follow-up to Crush It. But let me give you guys a couple of other tips here, rapid fire style, and then we'll give away the books. I can't believe I couldn't find those group insights, but I'm glad I found them. That threw me off. So here's the other cool thing is, like, when John runs an ad on, Facebook for us, he's choosing an image for Facebook, but they make it really easy to put an ad over on Instagram too. So what they've done now is you can now run an ad on Instagram and Facebook simultaneously, but you can use 2 different image sizes. That was one of the reasons I wasn't putting a lot of my Facebook ads on Instagram, was because over on Instagram, the ones that are more like, John's got the dimensions. On Facebook, the dimensions are 1200 by 628. And as everyone knows on Instagram, it's a square. So now, even if I'm in Facebook to do an ad, I've got a pop-up on my face. How does that work? Movie recording has been stopped. Wow. John, I wouldn't even know how to fix that. Maybe if Jeremy's listening, he can come in and mess with it a little bit. I'll do the screen share more than show my face. I know that's what people want to see is the screen share. But yeah, see if you can get that error message off, Jeremy. Basically, it says movie recording has been stopped automatically. I wasn't trying to record, so probably just have to hit clear or something like that. Just like dismiss. I know you can't see it on the screen. Or maybe like try to press down on the button real gentle on that button. Yeah. Yeah, cool. Thank you. You did it. Thanks, dude. That's why you got to have a team, folks. Now I don't have a pop-up on my face. I didn't like the way you said that, John. I got a pop-up on my face. That felt a little dirty. But looks like I'm back. Cool. All right. So now you can use a different size image, which is huge for us. And the other thing, and this is huge, is now you can also A/B test everything. Where in the past, if you wanted to, basically see if two different ads, which one did better, you couldn't change the copy, the image, and the targeting, all at once. Like now you can A/B test everything. So you can create one ad and then say, let me create 5 more versions of this. Let's change this audience, change this image, change this copy. And because you're creating it all as one ad, then you get that kind of racehorse, which one's winning. We used to use Unbounce a long time ago. And you would kind of build 2 or 3 landing pages, send, an equal amount of traffic to those, and then you would do what they call championing a variant. So now you can do that on Facebook, which is super cool. If you want to see the difference in click-through rate by saying, want to sell your home, click here, versus want to know your home's value, click here, now you can do that. And what John recommends, and I agree with this, is try to make your tests way different. There are times where, tweaking a sentence or, let's try this one with light blue and this one with dark blue, they can matter, but you're looking for big wins. You're not looking for small wins. So another great tip there, you can A/B test everything now, and you can customize the sizes of the images that you choose, which is cool. The other neat thing, and Curaytor, we are a marketing company. We actually run Facebook ads, write blog posts, send emails, build websites for our clients. We do it for them. So if you love everything you learn from us, and then you're basically thinking, I love all this, but I got money and I don't got time. That's what we do at Curaytor. A part of that is a lot of collaboration. Getting images back and forth, getting links back and forth, getting copy back and forth. And so now there's a cool thing called the Creative Hub. And this is something where if you're using your logo a lot, or if you're collaborating with different people, you can actually now think of it as like a cloud where you can store mock-ups, and you can look at different images, and you can kind of see we've got team members here, and you can create a project. So this is something we don't see a lot of people using, but a lot of people, they don't have Slack or they don't have Basecamp, they don't have some of those collaborative tools. So now right inside of Facebook is a creative hub, which is really cool. But really quickly, you guys, before I get into the last couple tips, I'm going to talk about bots, Canvas ads, analytics, and I'm going to talk about Instagram. Before I do that, if you're interested in what we do that costs money, you can go to Curaytor.com/RSVP. I actually just recorded an hour walkthrough of our all-new platform that we just released. It's myself and Jimmy walking you through every inch of our software, our strategies, our tools, our community, our landing pages, our websites, our email marketing tools, our CRM, our coaching, our community, our conference. So if you have a budget and you're looking to go to the next level, double your business, triple your business, really have great marketing happening so that you can grow, please, guys, go to Curaytor.com/RSVP. It's also at the bottom of this page right here. Want to hire Curaytor, see how we can help. We are doing great work for great people, There's reviews. You can explore our platform. You can reach out through the website. But the best place to start is just go to Curaytor.com/RSVP, and that will give you the 1 hour walkthrough, so you don't even have to talk to a salesperson if you're not ready. But I'd love you guys to go register to learn more about our services. We focus on help, not hype. Guys, if you love these trainings and you love these tutorials, you are definitely like one decision away from joining the community of your dreams. So please go to Curaytor.com/RSVP if you're interested in actually learning more about what we sell. If you feel like, I'm helping your business today, go help my business. The next thing on the list here is bots. I'm going to go back to the camera here for a second. Like, you're hearing a lot about chat bots, and it really is pretty cool what you're going to be able to do with bots. And actually, you can do a lot of stuff right now. But I want to be very clear that it's my opinion, people are actually going to, like, the bots are going to start the conversation, and the people are still going to have the conversation. So I just think some people get too excited. Sorry about your area being sold out, you guys. I mean, we are very exclusive because we do so much work for people. We have the most exclusive option in real estate. If you guys can find me a company that offers more exclusivity on what they do than us, I would love to see it, because we really, really are trying to grow a small, amazing community, not a big average one. So if that's what you're looking for, we would love to work with you. But ultimately, we're going to still provide a lot of free help too. So if you're not at that point, but the bots and the artificial intelligence and a lot of the stuff you're hearing about with machine learning, it is going to help sales and marketing so much in the next decade, but it probably won't replace the original ideas in marketing. It probably won't replace the hour call that Neil and our team do. I mean, our team, if you do the RSVP and you talk to our team, they spend over an hour with every lead they talk to. They look at their website, look at their Facebook page, they look at their testimonials, they look at and to do that, you can't do that for everybody. And I'm not worried that some chat bot is about to replace Neil the Deal. Jeremy's job security is great, especially helping me with that camera. That's how you keep that job security. But let me talk to you guys about bots the right way for a second, because there's some cool stuff you can do. The company that's kind of winning in the bot space right now is called MiniChat. Okay? MiniChat.com. Now, before I even talk about this, I'm going back. The challenge is that this is very complicated to set up. So the vision of what the bots can do, it's great. Going back to build it, it's kind of why I left it towards the end. Like, if you don't have John or a geek on your team that can help, this is complicated. But here's what some of this stuff can do. Here's one of the ways we've used it, and I think you guys will love this concept. If you do a Facebook ad and you say, hey, would you like to get the price and location of this listing, and you put a bunch of photos? If so, type the word yes in a comment right now, okay? A lot of our clients do this, and they go to a landing page. Well, what you can do with these chat bots is you can say, if you'd like to know your home's value, type the word yes below, and we'll send you a report. Or if you'd like to know the address and price of this listing, type yes below, and we'll send those details to you. What the bot is going to do is the bot is going to pick up on the comment. So then when somebody comments yes, it automatically sends them a Facebook private message with a link that you predetermine. So this is some interesting stuff, right? It's because a lot of times, I showed you guys earlier, hey, do you want the link to watch our thing? Comment now. Well, we have to go back and manually reply to all those. So with the chat bot, it's sort of doing that work for you, which I just think is amazing that it'll do that. The other thing you can do is, let's say you get a lot of messages to your page. As soon as you get a message to your business page, What the bot can do is the bot can actually reply with options. So it can say, hey, thanks for your message. Is your message about buying Curaytor, learning from Curaytor, or fixing your Curaytor, right? Like service, sales, or support, right? And you can basically have ManyChat auto-populate those choices. So it's newer. It's working in the tests that we're running, but just being really real with you guys, it's super complicated to set up. But I will say one thing about that. When something is complex and there's like a lot of friction or a large barrier to entry, sometimes you need to do it because of that. Like the swipe up ads on Instagram are a little tricky. You know, it's like 6 clicks before it makes sense. The ManyChat, you know, reply this to do this, it takes a lot of time. So I can't set it up for all of our clients. It's so much work. But because it's work, that was funny. They said, is John Mackin actually a bot? I like that, John. That's funny. But like, because it's a lot of work to run a YouTube ad, because it's a lot of work to do a swipe up ad, because it's a lot of work to set up the ManyChat, that's why you should. Because the things that are a lot of work, most people won't do. And so you have like a blue ocean for longer versus the red ocean of the shit that's easy that everybody does. Just a little bit of my 2 cents on, I'm sorry it's hard. Here's the next thing, guys. This is really cool. This is something we're going to test vigorously. It's called Canvas ads. And when they first came up with Facebook Canvas ads, they were great. They were awesome. The problem was this. They were way too hard to build. So what they've done in the last little bit of time is they have templates now. So you can actually basically build what I would call a mini website. You can literally create these crazy, beautiful, full screen experiences. They load fast. You can use them for most of your goals. You know, do you want to sell products? This one right here, John, is the one I want to test. Obviously, selling products, that's our favorite thing. But this new ad, you know, when they click it, it is a click to website. You know, so that one's cool. You know, they've got the lifestyle layout. They've got the showcase your business template, right? So these are called Facebook Canvas ads. And they've gotten a lot better in the last, you know, call it 2 months. So they didn't just come out, but the templates make them usable. And anybody that takes the time, I'm going to make you guys an offer because I love people that execute. Anybody that takes the time to build a Canvas ad or to do the ManyChat reply stuff, I know it's a lot of work, but anyone that takes the time to do that, you can email me a link to it and I will do a full review for free of how you did. So if you do take the time to do a ManyChat, you know, comment this to get this, I'll try it. I'll give you my feedback. If you build a Canvas ad, send me a link to that. I'll let you know what I think because I know it's a lot of time to build that stuff. I would love to see a few out there in the wild. Last 2 things. Facebook analytics. So for a long time, when I would teach people about Facebook data, you would go to your page, which you can still do, and you would go to what's called Insights, Facebook Insights, okay? And there's a ton of information here. But what we figured out is that Facebook is taking Insights to all new heights. It's called analytics. So they're just like all in, like shit. People know what Google Analytics are. We're just going to switch it to that. And it's kind of hidden. That's why I don't think anybody's used it. But if you go to your business page and then you look at these options, it's not there. You go down to the bottom, all tools. See how it kind of pops out when you do that? And right inside of this drop down, there's a button right here, analytics. And this is so advanced, like I needed 2 classes about it before I really started understanding what it was doing. But we manage a ton of pages. But if you go to your page, you'll probably just have 1 or 2 in there. It's going to give you really cool data. And let me give you the one that we are always trying to grow from this screen. We want unique users trending up and to the right. We usually look at it weekly. I was at the Gary Vee thing with my team last week, so I'm not going to show you the weekly view because it's not flattering. But we want to make sure that we're constantly growing the unique users of our page, just like you would want to grow the unique users of your website. So this is called Facebook Analytics, guys. And if you go down, it has all of your most reacted posts, all of your most shared stuff, all of your most commented stuff. And you can really go in and look at the stuff that's working best and figure out why and how to use more. So this is a really new area called Facebook Analytics, but let me show you the really cool thing that John and I have been geeking out about. And we're going to do, if you are a Curaytor client, by the way, we are going to do like an 1.5-hour class on just Facebook Analytics, because a lot of this crap is set it and forget it. But to set it up the right way once, that's where we kind of put that line in the sand. Like, we ain't doing that shit for free. You've got to be a client if we're going to show you that. So I'm going to click on this really cool section called funnels, just because I want you to see how it works. But you click create funnel, and then you can put steps in place and say, okay, I want to see anyone that did a post reaction, right? You apply that. That's going to show you in the last month. Here's all your post reactions. Okay, 100% of your post reactions. But then I'm going to add a step. Let me see how many people reacted to my post, but then also sent me a message. See what I'm saying? And it'll show you now, and this is a terrible one because, the number of reactions compared to the number of messages you get is low. But see what that did, guys? It showed me that from step 1, reacting to a post, to step 2, messaging, that's how long it took to complete. That was your conversion rate. So, I wrote the conversion code. We talk a ton about funnels. We understand this stuff in depth. And so right now what we're doing is we're setting up really complex funnels inside of our Facebook pages. And if you really do this the right way, let me read you guys what John put over here because it's really important. You can actually build the funnel, track people from your Facebook page to your site, and then ultimately all the way down to the conversion. We are keeping an eye mostly for now on the weekly engaged users, but Facebook Analytics, it is a beast. It's very complicated, but we really think it's worth taming, as you can see there with the headline. One other thing that's crazy cool, but also crazy complicated, if you have a physical location that people walk into, so let's say you're a real estate company and you're in a really busy part of town, you can set up what's called offline conversions. This is crazy. I tried to leave all this geeky, complicated stuff for the end. I hope you guys appreciate that. But you can literally set up the ability to track when someone does something on your page and walks in your store, or walks in your store, then goes and does something on your page or your website. That is called offline conversions. Facebook is creepy, and it is killing it. Here's the last tip, guys. This is the last tip, and it's on Instagram. Right now, Instagram is exploding, and what they're doing, I talked earlier about stories, but I'll give you guys a couple best practices on sort of Instagram advertising. Number one is, in the past, if you actually went into your Instagram app like I'm doing, and you basically went to one of your posts and you boosted the post, right? You wanted to promote it. It says promote right there, a little blue tab. You guys can see it. So if I did that in the past, here's what would happen. I would get a bunch of engagement on the paid one I did, but the actual results wouldn't have stayed in my feed. So pretty much like any boosted post on Instagram for a while was a dark post and nobody would ever see it. So what you can do now is, and this is the key, as long as you use the Instagram app and you go to the post and you hit promote, then all of the engagement from the promotion will stay on the original post. If you go to Facebook and check the box, like, yeah, do that on Instagram too, none of that engagement stays in your permanent feed of images. So that's a really big best practice for Instagram. The other one is, I know a lot of you guys see how the celebrities are doing swipe up, okay? Swipe up for this, swipe up for this. Well, unless you have 10,000 followers, you don't get that feature. And it's a lot harder to grow on Instagram than people think. Like, you can't just, unless you get really cheesy and cheat and spammy and do like technically illegal shit, you're not going to grow your Instagram following to 10,000 anytime soon. So what you can do now is you can actually do swipe up ads no matter how many people follow you. You can literally swipe up to get this, swipe up to view this, swipe up to learn more. You can do all of that right now. And I'm not even going to show it. I'm just going to say it really quick if you're taking notes. But it's a little weird. You go to Facebook Ads Manager. You choose video views. You select the placement of Instagram stories only. Then you give them the vertical video. Like, there's a lot of little steps there. And as I said earlier, because of those steps, a lot of people won't do it, which is good for us if we're the ones that will. So one of the things we're doing on Instagram is we're boosting the post through the app so we keep the engagement. The other thing we're doing is swipe up ads because we have FOMO, because we don't have 10,000 fans yet. We're close. And then the last one is Instagram also has something now called lead ads, okay? Lead ads. And guys, all this information is right here. Curaytor.com/FB18. So boost your Instagram post directly in the app. That will keep all your engagement, but there's also swipe up ads and there's also lead ads. Lead ads are, in my opinion, like on Facebook, we're sort of used to clicking a link and leaving Facebook. Like, it's part of the culture. But on Instagram, they didn't have links for the first like 5 years or something crazy. So people aren't used to clicking the links. So you could do what's called a lead ad. So they're on Instagram, they click, but they don't leave. It just has their information filled in. It's called an Instagram lead ad. So let's give away some books. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm going to give away 5 copies of Gary Vee's book right now. And I also want to thank you guys for sharing, commenting, all the love I'm getting in the comments, which there's just so many. All of you guys that tuned in for the whole thing, I promised to give the prize away while you guys were still live. So Gary's new book, I'll pull it up on Amazon in case you don't win. Gary's new book is called Crushing It. It just came out today. You can get the Kindle edition instantly. It's blowing up. It's the follow-up 10 years later to his first book, Crush It, which was so influential on my career. Right now, it's the #3 book in the world. Like, you know, it's like Dr. Seuss, Fire and Fury, and Gary Vee. I mean, it's blowing up. So Crushing It is available right now. And here's how you can win a free copy. I told you guys I'm trying to grow my Instagram. I wasn't kidding. So what I want you guys to do to enter to win, you have to go to my Instagram, Chris_SMTH. You guys can see my profile here. Chris_SMTH. You have to make sure you're following me, which a lot of you already are. I want you to click on my newest post right here. Click on my newest post, like it, and then tag 2 friends that you think would like to follow my account as well. So go to Instagram, make sure you're following me, double tap like on this post, tag 2 friends, and I'm going to choose the winners that do that literally in the next 5 minutes. I'm going to hop off the live stream to do it, but I'm not going to open this up for more than 5 minutes because I wanted to make sure that the people that win are actually on the live stream live. So Annette's going to monitor this. I'm going to monitor this. I'm going to thank everyone for applying to win. But in the next 5 minutes, we're hopping into these comments on Instagram, and we're giving away 5 copies of Crushing It that we will mail to you right away as a thank you for playing along. Don't forget, you can get a free book plus subscribe to all the live streams. You just have to text my name to our phone number. It's in the comments. You can find it. You can also learn more about hiring us by going to Curaytor.com/RSVP. The likes and comments on this post are blowing up. I can see them all in here. Thank you. Live Love Savannah, Jessica. I'm actually going to just give away one right now. Jessica, thank you. Jessica, Extra Mile Lifestyle. Let me just do it right now. I'm going to just do it right now while they're coming in. You got to get it in, guys. I'm going to do it right now. So, Jessica, you win. I know, Annette, you're listening. Jessica wins. Let me hit refresh. I'm just going to choose all 5. Why not? Jessica wins. Here's another one. Keefe Interiors. Thank you. Thank you for tagging your friends. I know that can be annoying to do, but I really appreciate it. We share a ton of value through IG. So Jessica wins. Keefe Interiors, you're winning 2 books. I'm going to choose Brad Banat. That's 3. Annette, I know you're helping me here. Brad Banat. I love that he tagged someone whose handle is I'm a super fancy pants. That's really good. Dana Fullman, I'm going to give you a free book because you just said great webinar. Like sometimes flattery will get you everywhere. So Brad and Dana, you also get one. I think there's one more. I can't even remember now. 1 more or 2 more. I'm going to do 2 more just because I don't want to screw up and forget. George Ann 13. Thank you. George Ann 13. You're getting a book. And then let me choose 1 more. Perfect. David Swerts. David Swerts. I know that was at least 5. I'll do 1 more. Fuck it. 1 more. I'm going to do 1 more for ASCII 3. ASCII 3. I'm going to give you a free copy of Crush It as well. Thank you guys for playing along there. Please keep up with me on Instagram. Check out my stories. I'm going to do another Facebook Live next month. We already have the one for next month planned. It's all about websites worth copying. But what I want to end with is just, I was thinking, like, based on the interaction we've been getting and based on a lot of the feedback, I want to, if you guys want me to do an hour live stream about just Instagram, comment with the emoji thumb up right now. If you guys want one of these Facebook Lives, but 100% focused on Instagram marketing and ads, I'll do that if you guys let me know. Give me an emoji thumbs up in the comments of this stream, and I'll take a look at that. I'm going to hop over onto Instagram and say thank you to some more people. I want to definitely thank John, my brother, Mike, Annette, everybody that helps me work so hard on these live streams. They help me look great. Don't forget, Curaytor.com/FB18/FB18. And that's where everything you learned is going to be indefinitely if you need to go back. Thank you, guys. Have a great time. I'll see you on a live stream next month.